I called up Tanya. I said, Tanya, I think that was contact. And someone went, was it? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Super Cup.
Tell me everything. I can't believe you went.
God,
I
I'm
can't
so
believe
sorry you went there. It is the difference in Grassroots. Grassroots, the biggest issue is ran off love and passion.
Yeah, I mean,
And that doesn't
doesn't grow on
everything.
trees.
Yeah.
Sammy Wallace-Joseph,
Yes,
the goal shooter.
She was good.
She was so good, so composed.
Welcome to season 1, episode 2.
We've got a second episode,
we
guys.
made it. We didn't let the project die,
Yay!
which is the dream come true. Sticking to it. Season 1, episode 2 of Longer Than 3 Seconds.
Welcome back. Hopefully you've
Welcome
seen,
back.
episode 1, and you're here for another episode.
You stuck with us through the teething issues, which
Yeah.
there haven't been that many.
No,
We did all right.
we did more than all right. I'm really proud of our
The
first
group
piece.
chat of the two of us has been popping off.
Yeah. I've
been a
talked
lot.
to you more this week than I think I have in the last 5 years I've known you.
And the friendship still lives. So that is what's important. That shows a true success.
It does.
No one has been, what's the word? Ousted.
Yeah.
There we go. We still live. But it has been a busy week. We have given ourselves some feedback.
We have. And the first piece of feedback we've given ourselves is a pat on the back, because we are amateurs at this. It's
In every aspect.
Yeah, in every
every
aspect
aspect
of this. And we feel very proud of ourselves and lucky that people have actually listened and watched.
People message me and said they listened, and I was like,
Yeah, so I'm feeling really grateful, and long may this continue.
long may it live. And it has been fun. We've learned we've set up so many. Guys, you don't know how many things actually go into setting this up. We've got an Acast, a TikTok, a YouTube, an Instagram, an email,
Yeah, Gmail,
a Google Drive,
a link tree.
a Linktree, a Canva. I'll remember to charge the mics. That in itself,
Yeah,
biggest pat on the back.
it's a big production.
Yeah, a cap cut,
Yeah,
full edit, mini edits. So dreams can come true, but
they take a lot of effort.
you also need a spreadsheet.
Yeah, color coded if possible.
Yeah, you left that to you.
The big feedback for me when I was listening to it again was, if I was someone that wasn't into netball, that was just getting into netball, what would our podcast be missing? Because that is our target audience.
yeah.
We want to get someone that hasn't really been to see a game and is, goes to netball every week themselves and does like local league stuff, but actually isn't into the bigger leagues. What can we do for them? And my feedback to myself and to you was that actually I think whenever we talk about a player, I think we need to introduce them a bit more.
Yeah, give a bit of backstory, who they are, who they play for. Maybe if we know something like national team, history.
Yes.
If there's something that comes straight to the mind,
Yes.
like let the fact out. Because when you say it, I'm like, oh my God. And I guess that other people will probably want that oh my God moment too.
Yeah, and also then people that are listening can then use those like little knowledge bombs with their friends and feel like, oh, actually I do know something. So
It does feel good when you throw a knowledge bomb, because
so good.
I think it's Neve Cooper yesterday. She plays for,
Dragons.
yeah. And when she was playing, wait, that's Neve McCall.
That is, yeah,
I'm
you're
thinking
right.
of, I want to say Leicester, but it's not Leicester Forest, it's Nottingham Forest. Leicester Forest.
See,
is the
even we get it
services.
wrong.
There we go. Another Neve who plays for Nottingham Forest. She's Northern Irish. My girlfriend Katie is Northern Irish. And Katie was watching and she was like, oh, Neve, I bet that's an Irish name. She was like, I wonder if she's Irish. And then I was like, I think she's Northern Irish. I got it in my head. Katie spent the rest of that game Googling her because she was like, she's from Belfast. She's from where I'm from.
She's home from home.
And then instantly she was like supporting Neve Cooper from that moment. I was like, okay, we've made a netball fan of you.
Yeah.
But
And we can do that.
Yeah,
we can do that with our listeners as well. If you hear something you like about what one of the players that we're talking about, one of the teams, you can decide to go and follow them, or you can, go fancy watching them on the TV or
We
going
don't
to
care
one of the
the
games.
reason why you follow them. We just want you to follow.
No, yeah.
We don't care what your bias is for.
Yeah. But if it is London Pulse, you will be winning.
Maybe not.
Oh, maybe not. No.
Okay, do you want to get into it then? So we could do the what you've been up to this week, but my biggest thing is that I went to the Super Cup and it took up my entire weekend, essentially.
Yeah.
You watched it from home.
I did a very different experience.
And then in the week, we didn't have any netball, but we did have some fun stuff we will talk about
We
later.
did,
We
we
had our
did.
own media day and it was it was insane.
Yeah, stick around for amateur hour because I've also got some umpiring stories that I need to share.
I'm so excited for this.
yeah.
She wouldn't tell me before the podcast.
It
She
was
was like,
so-
I'm going to tell you on the podcast, and I'm excited because umpiring would be my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
I
And
would
for someone
hate
like me,
it.
the people pleaser that I am, it was
Ooh.
terrible. So yeah, that's amateur hour. That's coming up.
But the big story of the week is Super Cup.
Yes, it is.
Jingle
break.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Seconds.
Did you definitely press record?
I think so. I don't know. I did.
Yay!
12 seconds wasted. Super Cup.
Tell me everything. I can't believe you went.
God, I'm
I can't
so
believe
sorry
went.
you went there.
Oh, it's fine. I can live vicariously.
Let's not go back into the details of how I didn't realise that you weren't going and gave away your ticket to my girlfriend.
Don't worry. I'm not over it.
But oh my God, it was so good. For anyone who didn't get to go, next year go. It was so good. The whole production of it is brilliant. Obviously, it's like the 3 rounds. It's like non-stop. The breaks are 35 minutes in between. Will say, one thing that they could improve is on the concourse outside, Thunder and Forest, really great merch stalls, really put together. It was like exciting to see it. It convinced me to try and buy one of the Thunder jackets, the cool one that looks like a ski jacket. Like, it looks like a Winter Olympic 80s jacket.
Yeah, I know it.
Only reason I didn't get it was because they didn't have my size because it was near the end. And it was only 50 quid. We were like, me and Katie were like, we could half it. We could both wear it. The joys of a lesbian wardrobe.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah, sorry. But they were out. But the pulse area, for example, it was really bad. It was just like a pop-up table with some like t-shirts still in plastic. Like, it just wasn't.
Maybe they're relying on the fact that they've already got quite a big fan base.
And I think that makes you a bit slack.
Yeah,
Because you can always get bigger. You can always
Yeah.
grow. That was a bit disappointing. Also, it was very. Obviously, there's people there for 8 hours. We'll say, love a northern price in an arena. It was like £6 for a jacket potato with 2 toppings. Which...
What? I thought you were going to tell me how much a pint was.
No, jacket potato. I'm sorry.
That's not the
That's
normal
my-
currency
That's
that I
my
would expect.
dream food at an arena. You joking?
Fair.
After 3 hours of
Fair.
netball, take a break, have a jacket potato for £6.
And what toppings?
Oh, I'd have gone for beans and cheese, but I didn't actually get any.
Oh, after all the story,
You didn't trying to get a Thunder jacket.
Oh my gosh.
By the by. But the actual netball itself, the show is so good. It's just so well put together. The atmosphere is brilliant. Obviously, they have a song after every goal. Like, it's just it makes it a theatre, an arena sport.
Mm-hmm.
Really enjoyed it. But how was it to watch from home?
It was good to watch from home. It was long. Like you were
It's
saying,
a
it's long.
long day.
It's a long day to sit on your bum
It's
on your
12
sofa as well.
till 7
Yeah.
of sport.
Yeah. So I'm sure in person you would have had like things to like, you know, keep you going. The energy level was there. For me on the sofa, there was times that I was like, gosh, I have watched like 5 hours of netball just sat here on this
that is
sofa. I'm
a
surprised there's not
lot.
like a bum imprint.
It's a bit lower down
Yeah,
the side.
like because it's a long old day at home.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of teething issues, I would say, from Sky Sports. Sorry, Sky Sports. Things like when I was watching it, they weren't putting the dot on the right side of who had each centre pass. The timer was wrong on one of the games.
Is it the one? There was one game where it froze on 27 seconds.
Yeah, that was that one.
Was in the arena as well.
Yeah.
They did that. Yeah, that's
yeah.
bad.
And then there was another game which it was the worst moment. Like it was at the end. It was just so terrible because we at home didn't know the score. We thought it was like it was the Lightning game against Nottingham Forest. Just to say, with the Super Cup, if you don't know what it is, it's like a mini tournament that we play. Well, not we.
We play.
Yeah,
We
the Netball
personally
Super League
play.
play, and so everyone plays everyone at group stages, and then they go on to the semis and then the final. But in one of the games, in one of the group stage games, Nottingham Forest were up, Loughborough Lightning were down, and then the scoring stopped working. So
did you think it was?
so
the other
I
way
thought
round?
no. So then Roline, who's the Nottingham Forest shooter, missed one. Then I thought they were up. Then they were actually down. It was just really hard.
Just
and then
an
all of
absolute shit
one,
show of score,
yeah. And at one
yeah.
point, Loughborough Lightning were like passing the ball around, and I was thinking they need to get 2 more points. What are they
Like,
messing
what are they
about
playing
for?
at?
Yeah, but obviously then it ended, and it was like, oh, Loughborough Lightning were up 2. And
That's so
yeah.
bad.
So
That's
the last
completely changing the game for you.
exactly. So it was like the last 2 minutes of the game. I was completely on a different page.
When you said that the scores were wrong, I didn't really think about how much that would impact your watching experience.
Yeah.
But like you said, if you're expecting them to play a certain way,
Yeah, it was
you'd be
so
like, what
weird.
are you doing?
I was screaming at the telly because obviously I was literally like, I was thinking like Loughborough Lightning, like what are you
get in
doing?
gear. Yeah.
What are you doing? Like Nottingham
that's
Forest as well.
bad.
Like I was thinking, Nottingham Forest going to beat them at the group stages. That's going to be amazing.
mad.
And then obviously didn't. So I didn't really get it.
Yeah, there's a few things I think that was obviously we didn't have that, and that isn't an issue that you wouldn't have had there. So I knew obviously when the 27-second clock froze, I saw that it was frozen, but I was like, oh, that's obviously frozen. It's going to end soon. But if you're like not fully watching the clock, that is short, 7-minute halves. You can easily lose track of time.
Yeah.
So that was the one thing that I hated in it was in the stadium, they did these live interviews with the coaches during the game that they were playing.
Oh my gosh.
And it was a head coach. They would stop them. So say it was, I can't remember what game it was, but it was definitely Panthers and someone. Yeah, it was the last game that they were in. And while they're interviewing, whilst they're playing, they go to the Panthers coach, and you can tell that she doesn't want to talk to them because she's like, my team are playing. Like, she's thinking of like the subs, the feedback, like, all that. And they stop, she turns, and the question she asks her during this game, where none of us care about we want the score and the game on the screen. We don't want this interview. She says to her, Panthers right now, you've not won a game yet. How are you feeling? Or something like that.
Oh God.
Katie went turns to me and she was like, they're playing one now.
Yeah, they've got an opportunity to win one if the coach actually just watches the game and gives good feedback.
Yeah, and she said like, oh, you've not won a game yet in this tournament. How are you feeling? And then she turned and she said, well, we'll see, or like something like that. It was I can't remember the words, but it was basically like, yeah, thanks.
Oh
I'm trying.
God.
But
then you feel bad for the interviewer as well because you're like, who wrote that question for you?
Someone's told her to. Obviously, she's not obviously not throwing
no.
back, but they did it the last round. They did it on every game, and then the next half, the other one. But I just think they need to scrap that. It's not good. They tried it once in WSL, similar vibe. Again, when it was Sky, it never got any good feedback. Like, who wants to answer a question about your team's performance whilst they're performing? Weird.
No, yeah.
So I hope that they don't do that again.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't go down well. Some problems there.
And if you don't really get the answers that you're looking for from the interview, what point is it? It's just like interrupting everything.
So do you want to talk about it? Right, I'm going to say Manchester Thunder. Was they your words? Right, I'm going to say...
I said Manchester Thunder are going to win the league. I didn't say they're going to win the Super Cup. Can I just say?
Fair. You did
However,
say they're going to win the league.
I probably would have said that they would have won the Super Cup as well. Yeah, so for those who didn't watch, Manchester Thunder didn't win. And they actually... They
tanked it.
They absolutely tanked it. They didn't. Did they win a single game?
They didn't win a single game, and they didn't even lose by a bit. They lost quite significantly.
And I do not understand it. I can't understand it.
They're such a team of talent.
They have got the most England players in their squad than
really?
any other squad in the NSL.
Oh gosh, yeah, they didn't. And honestly, I was expecting performance.
So was I.
And I don't know the details of a game. I don't know the details of tactics and stuff like that, but I know that they are good. I listened to Here If You Need, Nia Jones's new podcast. Really interesting.
Really good.
Really good podcast. And she said, obviously, all this tactical analysis that we're never going to
way
over our heads. But I was like, ooh, I might bring this up at our next netball game. Every time I'm on about. But one thing she said was that they've only had 5 sessions as a team.
Wow.
Because of, I think, international breaks and stuff. Now I know that, and then seeing that they tanked it, could that be why?
Maybe, probably. But also, just you'd expect that type of athlete or those athletes, that experience they have to be able to just like get around that. But maybe I'm just think that it's easier than it is.
Maybe.
Maybe they make it look so easy most of the time that when they don't perform, I'm like, come on, guys. But no, I think it'll be interesting because they lost against Pulse in the group stages, and they've got Pulse again on Friday.
Yes.
So I'll be really interested in that game on Friday when the first, league game, they're back with Pulse.
It's a good first game, that.
Yeah. We're going to see it.
We are going to see it. Very excited. We've got the girls together.
Yeah.
And
There's
the boy.
10 of us.
And we've got your James.
Yeah, and Serena's boyfriend.
We've
Shout
got
out
two
to see.
fiance and husband super fans coming along. My girlfriend Katie, who is also a sideline watcher.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. And actually, two of my friends who have never been to a netball game before.
Oh, fun.
And they asked if they could come. So, like, love that. They were like, oh, I see you talking about it all the time. And I was
That's
like,
amazing.
Come along with the team. So,
I think
big day outing.
it might be quite nice to do a who to watch.
Yeah.
So ones to watch. If you have seen the Super Cup, or if you're listening and you think, actually, I really want to support a team or go and see someone this season.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I've got a list of names that you can look out for. So,
I'm excited for this.
with Manchester Thunder, on that note, should we start with them?
Why not?
So the two that I wrote down were Lois Pearson and Nat Metcalf. They interchanged wing attack, goal attack, both of them.
Nat Metcalf, has she just come back from an injury?
She's just come back from maternity.
Oh.
So she just had a baby called Miller.
I'm thinking of Eleanor Cardwell, I think.
You are.
I am. I'm mixed up.
So if you're thinking about becoming a Manchester Thunder fan or going to... That is a really
It's a hard
hard sentence. If you're thinking about becoming a Manchester Thunder fan
Stunning.
or going to see a Manchester Thunder game, then keep an eye out for Lois Pearson and Nat Metcalf. I think they're ones to watch.
Okay, cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Good calls.
Who do you want to go to next?
Birmingham Panthers.
So Birmingham Panthers. So Tiana... and her surname, Ali has practiced for this, but we're still not sure that it's right.
Forgotten.
Okay, I can try.
Hold on. Let me perform.
Okay. We've tried. We
wrote out phonetically. We tried to find online Tiana saying her own name.
Yeah.
No video has her saying her own name.
We then found someone else saying her name and then someone correcting it in the comments. So we've tried to incorporate that as well. So please bear with us.
So this is how it is phonetically spelled out. Met-u-a-ra-u. So we thought it was Metararu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
Tiana Metararu.
Yeah, and she's a goal shooter for Birmingham Panthers. So she's new this year. She's a new signing.
She's New Zealand, right?
And she's from New Zealand, but she was in the ANZ League. So ANZ League is like the NSL, but over there. So she's a really good one to watch as well. So if you're going to be around Birmingham and fancy a game, keep an eye out for her.
She seemed really fun as well on the media day.
Oh, yeah?
I spotted her. I recognised the new face.
Oh, cool.
And she was doing a lot of like kind of like swishing her hair, doing
Oh,
like a bit of fun.
sassy.
So yeah, she seemed like a good crack.
That's good.
Right, what team next?
Leeds Rhinos.
Yes. I loved watching Leeds Rhinos, by the way.
Yeah.
They seem to do really well.
Well, the first player that Ali wanted to talk to me about today was a Leeds Rhino player.
It was Vissa, right?
Yes. So she's their goal defence. And she is a South African. She's just come
over around the world.
Yeah, we are. She's just come over from Australia. She was in the Suncorp.
Oh, that's a really big deal netball.
So, yeah, the big deal one.
As in, like, they make it a big deal netball. Yeah.
So the SSN is the NSL over
Australian
there. Over in
NSL.
Australia, yeah.
Yes.
So she's big. And she's come over and actually she was relentless over the Super Cup.
The Leeds Rhinos.
Yeah.
Same with last year. They really surprised me with how, I mean, I don't mean nothing towards Leeds Rhinos, but I think last year they got to the final.
Yeah.
And this year they were doing really well. They were really putting it out there.
But
So
who knows what's to come for them. I think they're going to have a better season this season than they did last season, I think.
Dragons.
So Dragons, Neve McCall,
I liked her as well.
goal shooter. She seemed to be a super shot queen. She did not miss.
I got a good photo of her actually mid-flow.
Nice.
She just, and it was easy to get a good photo of her mid-flow because every shot she took, she got essentially.
Nice.
It was really good. And she was really good to watch. When obviously you're watching netball so fast, there's so many things happening at once. It's hard sometimes to zoom your focus to a player. Mm-hmm. I find.
Yeah. No.
I find it just like I love watching it, but it's a busy game.
You're following the ball.
Yes. Whereas I found I was watching her and I remembered like seeing the back of her thing and being like, McCall.
Okay,
She was
cool.
She was hot. She was on it.
Down the other end is Liam Middleton, who's a goalkeeper, who I thought played really well as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited for the Dragons, the Cardiff Dragons this year. LexisNexis Dragons.
Next Dragons.
Really excited for them.
I also saw that they had this thing going with Claire Talks Netball. again, don't know her real last name because in my head her last name is Talks
Talks
Netball. Who obviously is putting out some great netball content.
So good, honestly. She's my main source of like content these days.
Exactly.
I'm like, she is so on it, and I love it. I love it.
Well, I was sat next to her for a lot of the games.
Oh, were you? What was she like?
She was exactly how she appears on camera. Loves netball, really fun, really out there. And we ended up going down to the media bit together for a few bits. But I saw that the Dragons had surprised her with a shirt because she'd been involved with them.
That's so
She said
cute.
that was her best kit. And I love this like netball environment of like all women together and like they were all like
helping each other out and so getting each other involved.
And I think she said that they had the best kit of the season, so they surprised her with a bit of kit, which I thought was very
that's
cute.
so nice.
A nice full circle moment.
Yeah, that is lovely. Dragons kit's great though. I know we spoke about it last episode.
Week. It's this sofa coloured actually.
Yeah.
This is a Nexus Dragons sofa.
Sponsored by Nexus Dragons. We're not. We're open to sponsorship. So if anyone's listening,
we're about to buy a new light so I can leave it at Rosie's house and not have to bring it.
That'll be helpful.
What teams have we not got? Nottingham Forest.
I said goalkeeper there, Jada Pekova. She's an England player. She went over for the national series. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she's someone to watch. I think she was great in the D for the Super Cup.
Excellent, and that's Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
London Pulse.
I thought our star girl Sophie Kelly was someone to watch.
Good.
She came on and she just super shot after super shot. Yeah, and
super shot.
They didn't play Masiko, who I was looking forward to watching. She's the new signing.
Quick pause. She came on with 4 seconds to go in their first game. So strange.
But why? Because they said to someone, you've got to Liv Sheen or something, you've got to come off, but I didn't know why. Did you find out why?
No, so we were watching, and obviously they did a pause, stop the clock, and then Maseko came on, and the clock restarted for 4 seconds, and it wasn't even like the ball. I think I didn't even know she had a shot. It was so quick.
It was
obviously
so quick.
She literally came on court, and then the whistle went, the buzzer went. And then it was off, and then she was obviously shaking everyone's hand, and I was like, how strange.
But I was so excited to watch her play, being a Pulse fan, and I haven't seen her play in the club before. So I felt like
a little bit cheered.
Yeah, I didn't get enough of her. Yeah, but we will. We will.
We'll see her hopefully on Friday.
Yeah. Last two are Loughborough Lightning.
Yeah.
So Sammy Wallace-Joseph.
Yes,
the goal shooter.
She was good.
She was so good, so composed. She just seemed so calm, collected. Like nothing seemed to rattle her. She just was so consistent.
Is she new to Lightning?
No, but she has had a knee injury, so she didn't play very much last season. But yeah, so she's back from injury. She said she seems really fit, and yeah, she's one to watch.
She was very. I remember last week I got her last name wrong. I said Jones instead of Joseph.
Yes,
and it was Jay. She, on the media day, was super fun. They were all trying to record something for Soft and Gentle, where like, you spray your armpits twice and then like threw the can back out. And they couldn't get there was some lines they had to say for something. And I think it was Jess Shaw couldn't get the lines right. Oh. And she was like, come on, you've got this.
We all need someone like that with us sometimes to be like, come on,
we want to leave this room. You can do it. It was really fun to watch. So I knew that she had good energy at least.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
She seems she's shown as well.
Yeah. And then last one is London Mavs, and I put George Inger, goal shooter. She's also back from injury as well, so it's good to see her on court. But I would say there's a lot of goal shooters in the mix, because now that we are running more of the super shot in each game, and the super shot in the league is 5 minutes every quarter, which is 15 minutes. So it's like 33% of your game is super shot territory,
which means it's really it's really beneficial time, right? It's like if you can really win a lot back if you're losing in that time,
because it's double
really
points.
Change a game.
Yeah,
I think it was a little bit too much in the.
So yeah, Super I worked Cup. It out because it was 4 minutes per 7 minutes of a half. So it was the 8 minutes every 14-minute game
for a short game.
55% of the match was super short,
because it really, like we were saying, it changes how you defend.
Yes,
because and I think for it to be over half, it kind of changes the netball a bit.
It definitely does. It 100% does. I think because then, like when you have like 5 minutes, I think you play a certain type of way for the first 10, and then you have 5 minutes in the super shot way. I'm going to struggle with that every time. But then in the such short amount of time, the 7-minute half, and then with the 4 minutes of the super shot, you're just not even getting a swing either way, really.
Yeah. I definitely think when they do it 3 minutes, it felt a bit better. Like last year, the first ever Super Cup competition, it was 3 minutes of the 7-minute, and I think that worked a bit better, for my opinion, which obviously is the most important.
Yeah. Because everyone's going to listen to it. But
everyone else. It's what I
sometimes
think.
you need to just say these things.
I just say it.
Yeah.
But overall, I do love the super shot.
Yeah,
Big fan.
I love it. It puts so much pressure on shooters. And as the team, if you don't have a good goal shooter,
it really means
you're going to struggle.
It has to completely change.
Yeah.
Because if you're not getting in that final bit, in the final, when it got to the point where I think Pulse were down by like 7 or 8.
That's a good point to say, by the way. So Pulse and Lightning were in the Super Cup final.
There we go. Yes. Which is the same as the final for the
grand final
in the 2025 season.
Yes.
So a big rematch, essentially, with another trophy at stake.
Yep.
And they, at one point, Pulse were down by like 7 or 8. And I was like, okay, Lightning have got this. Like, this story has been told, even though we have a couple of minutes left. I think it was a minute and a half. And I was like, there's nothing really you can do there. Obviously, lo and behold, forgot about ye old super shot and how game-changing she can be.
Yes.
And they got it up to 1 point difference, and there was still like 20 seconds to go. It was
so exciting. Yeah, honestly.
Was so good. So much better than a big difference.
Yes, so much better.
And that is kind of one thing I love about netball, and you don't get this with a lot of other sports, is it can go 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4.
Yeah.
And you are constantly like, oh God.
Which way's it going to go? Yeah. If we turn it over and we convert, all of a sudden it changes so quickly.
Absolutely. And if it wasn't for the super shot in that final game, it really would have been a boring final.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, because that difference was it went vloop, 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 and completely shrank.
Have we got Claire Nelson to thank for that?
I think so, because it's.
Well, thank you, Claire, for bringing in the super shot.
Love the super
we love
shot.
it. We love it. Big fans.
Which anyone who doesn't know who Claire Nelson is, she is the managing director of the Netball Super League. She also tends to look pretty fabulous. If you ever see a fabulous woman on the sideline, it's probably Claire Nelson.
Yeah, she's got everything. She's got brains. She's got beauty. I don't think I'd ever be able to hold an actual conversation with the woman.
You know what? I'm going to say this from personal experience because I thought exactly the same. And then when I met Claire Nelson, she is the most approachable, gentle, like both forceful and powerful, but also empathetic and gentle and vulnerable, and all the things that are so great about women in power, women in leadership, but not sacrificing anything that makes a leader a leader. Oh, I could gush about that.
Yeah, well, so can I.
Also, going back to games, we skipped the semi. We should go back to the semi.
Okay,
because Pulse Dragons semi,
really interesting matchup.
Great matchup because Pulse won last year. They're like the grand final of the league and the Super Cup. Dragons, I don't remember where they came, but they weren't in the top 4.
They were second last.
There we go. Big difference.
Yeah.
But that game was close. And Pulse obviously played well, but they didn't thrash them by any means.
No, they didn't.
The scoreline at the end, I think, was two points difference.
Do you want me to check it?
I think I'm right.
Okay, we'll go with it.
I think I'm right. And if I'm wrong, give me the feedback.
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. Call me out.
Yeah.
Very rare that I'm backing
Engagement.
myself. I'm even going to say, I think it was 18-16.
Woo!
Yeah, that's the ball I'm feeling.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, I'll bring you a coffee next episode.
Just backing herself.
It was, and at that point, there was 24 seconds left, I'm going to say.
Wow.
24 seconds left. And Pulse, instead of, it was their centre, and the second I knew it was their centre, I was like, they're going to play this around. Because I would.
Yeah.
I would time waste.
You would.
And they did. And by the time that the crowd realised that they were time wasting, which I would say was about 15 seconds into that, the boos.
Oh, God.
The whole
But I would also
arena.
boo.
I would
also be
It was like
booing.
someone commented on my post about it. It was pantomime booing. Everyone was like, boo.
Yeah. But I would play it around and I would boo. I feel like everyone did the right thing in that moment.
Yeah. As a player, I would do it. And as a spectator, I would do it.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
Even
sure.
if I was a Pulse fan, because you want them to win, but you also want them to play.
Yeah, we do.
But that is the way you win.
Yeah.
You're smart. Plays, was it Smarter, Not Harder?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was good. But I just loved how the entire stadium was involved. Because I think netball has this reputation that people just watch it and it's like, oh, what a lovely, nice sport. But it wasn't. People were
it's not
like
that.
compete for me. Show me how you
We've
play.
paid our money to be here, so you better perform.
Hard-earned cash. Give me a game.
Exactly.
And I loved it. And I did question, I interviewed 2 of the Dragons players afterwards, and I did say, like, how did you feel about the crowd booing? And they did a good professional answer. It was like, oh, well, you know, pulse one. Blah, blah, blah. And we'd have done this kind of like, we'd have played it around. It's how you win, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, go on, say what you really feel.
Yeah.
Give me the juice. But no, I think it was good. It was good to see how involved everyone was in the whole thing.
No, 100%. It's a lovely place. It's a lovely place to be in the netball arena.
Oh, your sofa's too comfortable. Keep slipping down.
Another thing that I think we need to bring up is the Mavericks kit.
Yes, it's big debut.
So it was a debut for everyone's kit at the Super Cup. Everyone put their both home and away kits on and they kind of played in them as well. So that was great. But it did mean that we got to see all the variety of which Mavericks have put out this season. So there was leggings, there were shorts, there was dresses, there were like t-shirts.
Everything, really.
It was anything you wanted, really. And I thought it looked great.
Yeah, I think it looked great. And I think some of the feedback people said that we wouldn't look like a team. I'll be honest, I didn't notice. And I mean that in a good way. I didn't look at them and think, oh my God, everyone's dressed differently. It's because I knew they were launching the choice kit that I was like maybe halfway through one of the games. Like, oh, they're wearing the choice kit.
Yeah.
So that means that my brain wasn't instantly like, this doesn't look like a team. They're not aligned. You clearly...
I did think, if I'm completely honest, that they look like they're in their training gear sometimes. Like the leggings, I think, and the shorts, I think, look like it was a training session.
Brain association.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I completely love what it stands for. I love that it's inclusive. I think this is such a brilliant way that we're going, but I think my brain needs to catch up with like my intellectual brain almost to be like, no, this is what the future of netball could look like.
And I guess that's the thing, isn't it? What do they say? The phrase that holds the human race behind the most is that's the way we've always done it.
Yeah.
Because your brain does oh, this is what we know. This is how netball is. Whereas we can say, oh, but does it need to be that?
Yes. So interestingly, I brought this up with James, my fiance, and he initially was like, I don't know if I like it. And I kind of went into the story of like why it's important, you know. And he was like, yeah, I get it. And then he was like, but we don't do it in football. And I was like, I feel like men's sport is slightly different. They don't have the same kind of impact, for example, with periods or coming back from mat leave. They don't have the same kind of trials and tribulations that women have to go through. And then he's like, to be fair, in the winter, people wear different base layers and they wear long sleeve tops and shorts.
That's exactly it.
So when you really think about it, it happens in lots of other sports. So I didn't need to give that whole spiel. I could have just gone, well, they do it in football, by the way.
Yeah. So many sports as well are now taking this approach. So, for example, women's football, the England team have changed from white shorts. They now always wear a navy colour or something like that. But also, again, with the choice, for example, Arsenal Women's Football Club, they asked them, do you want white shorts anymore? And they voted yes, but they gave them the option. And I think that's it. Like, Mavericks have given the team an option. And I spoke to a couple of the players after the game because, oh my God, I got to go into the media zone and I'm still not over it. But when I was speaking to them, they were saying, oh, for the first game I wore this, for the second game I wore this. And they're like, I just wanted to. And because my original questions were kind of maybe a little bit more intense. Like, tell me why you chose that. And their response was, well, I just wanted to wear them. And I was like, oh, you know what, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And I was like, if your game's on what you... I think one of the things they said was, sometimes when you're wearing the dress, you're pulling it down. Like, your brain's elsewhere. And if your performance... If your entire point of being there is based on your performance, why would you choose anything that put a negative impact on your performance?
Yeah, the only thing that I can say is that I used to love wearing school uniform when I was at school because I didn't have to think about what to wear every day. So I think if I was then given a choice, you can wear what you want, I'd be like, oh my God, I don't know what to wear. So I think I can see people liking both. Maybe if I just went, well, I am going to wear a dress and every single time I wear a dress or not a dress, I think maybe I'll take the choice away from myself. But it's nicer for me to take that choice away rather than someone else.
My one improvement would be, and this is if you push me, it just looked a little too unbranded. It needed like a little bit, I don't know what it could be, but maybe like, I'm sure it had a logo on it.
Do you mean like the leggings?
The leggings and the shorts. Yeah. And I don't know if I saw anyone wearing a skirt, maybe they did. But it just needed something that tied it in a little bit more with the team. And maybe that would take the training kit out of your head a little bit as well. Maybe if it was like a stripe or something a bit more with the Mavericks blue. So it's still black because obviously that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
But maybe something that just tied it all in together.
Yeah, I agree. I also, if I had to give feedback, would be that...
If you push me.
Yeah, they've got sticky bibs. They're bibbed on with Velcro.
Yes.
And I think it kind of bunches, just like... And so you can't really read the names of the back of their like shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
So I would say, that's something.
That's our feedback, which is obviously very important.
And it's important for an amateur when you don't know people on court to be able to
actually,
read
that
their
is really
names.
important, and it gets you interested because you Google them.
Yeah.
You'll see like, oh, what do they like? Where do they play? What do they do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that option.
No, that's very good feedback. Mavericks, if you're listening, which I'm sure
and
you are.
It's for free. You just need to listen to get it. So
and it's exceptional feedback, obviously, with all the experience. Of
yeah.
kit.
The other thing I think we need to talk about, going back to the Super Shot, is Amex.
Yes. Oh my, what a brand deal.
What a brand deal. We're so lucky to have them.
Yeah, and I love the fact that we've got such a, what is it, banking or?
Yeah, banking
credit, I don't know what it is. But that is an investment that, it's a dream investment really. Like anything like that is massive
because they've got money.
Well, famously, it's what they do.
Yeah. So any more that they can give us. So they are going to do this initiative where every Super Shot that happens throughout the league, they're going to give money into Grassroots.
Really?
Yeah, a little charity fund for Grassroots.
That's so good.
Yeah, I just want to know how much money they're giving per shot.
Yeah.
That might be an incentive.
So it's every Super Shot that happens in the league, they donate some money to a fund. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd also want to know, and this is not knowing anything about it, but is it based per team and per region? So for example, does it go into the region that the team who's scoring them is in? So if London Pulse score 5 Super Shots, do they then invest some money into the area of London that they're in? Mm-hmm. Because if it is that way, which I know often these schemes are, that does leave like the very north of the country and the very south without that, because they don't have an NSL team.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if that is.
Yeah,
I just want to know more. Yeah.
I want to know more.
I love it. I want to know.
Yeah.
Because it is the difference. In Grassroots, the biggest issue is ran off love and passion.
Yeah, I mean,
and that doesn't
grow on trees.
Yeah.
But no, we have been wearing the same netball dresses for 10 years. And that's a funding issue, right?
Yeah.
We only just got new dresses on our 10th year anniversary almost, because Kit Locker have sorted us out from the work that you've done with them.
And we are so lucky to have that. But our kits are, it is that funding is the difference between keeping the floodlights on in an evening or not playing. And we choose to pay our fees that pay for the courts and the umpires over getting a new kit. And I remember when we put our money in and we got those new hoodies that have our initials on, I almost cried. We got
So
them.
cute.
I was like, oh my God,
No, they're so good.
We've got hoodies.
But when someone leaves or someone stops playing or goes and has a baby or something, they give their address back to the kit bag.
Yeah, we recycle.
Yeah, we're thrifty gals.
Yeah, and I didn't pay for my dress. My dress was from the kit bag when I joined.
Yeah, same.
It's got the remnant smell of whoever it was who sweated hard in that bee's dress before.
If it's an original dress, it's a 10-year-old dress.
It's a 10-year-old dress, and they were getting, they'd served their time.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on from speaking of our new dresses.
Oh yeah, we should talk about Amateur Hour because it's
Amateur Hour.
Media Day happened this week. So
it did. Big news on the Bumblebee courts.
Yes.
We had our media day, and just to take away the glamour.
There is no glamour in our media day. You think it sounds so amazing. All new dresses, media, you're going to get photos taken. Yeah, on paper, sounds great.
That's how I sold it to the team.
In the reality, where it's 4 degrees outside and torrential rain, and don't forget we play outside in all weathers.
So we very lucky. I did some work for Kit Locker, and then rather than request any payment, I was like, big request girls. But if I basically put a brief of our team and said, would they fund us getting a new kit? And you were like, oh my God, yeah. Everyone in the team was like, please, please. And I was, when you're like, don't ask, don't get. I was like, they're never going to say yes. And then when I sent it, they said, no, we really want to invest more in women's sport. We'd love to do this.
Oh,
delivering that voice note
God.
back to you guys.
We lost our minds.
It was the group chat. It was great.
As we said, 10 years in the same dresses to be then gifted dresses. We lost our minds.
It was
so good.
And it's been such a fun journey designing them and being part of it.
Yeah.
But the final part of the deal was they want to film some stuff for International Women's Day, which is March 8th. And they said, we want to film you guys and like show grassroots sport. Well, did they
sideways rain. It was sideways rain, 4 degrees. We are so cold, and because they're trying to show off our dresses, we're wearing our base layers, which is obviously underneath our dresses, but there's no hoodie, there's no coat. It's absolutely freezing.
It was brutal.
Poor
weather.
Jo with Reynards, right?
Jo was in agony.
She's in agony with her hands. We couldn't throw or catch. They were doing interviews and we had to like play half court in the background. We could not throw or catch. We would have looked like the worst team.
So if you see that footage and you think, God, these girls are rubbish, well, give us a break.
Yeah.
A little bit of...
We were rubbish.
I couldn't feel my hands when I got in for 2 hours. I was trying to do some work when I got in. And I had to voice note everybody. I was like, it's not even recognising that my finger is on the thing.
Oh, God, it was so cold.
And there's an interview. I can't wait for them to release. They're going to put together some interviews and they asked us loads of questions about like what women's sport means to you. Why? So one of the facts that they said was that more women do solo sports more than any other sport. And the question was, why do you think team sport is so important for women? And my story is essentially that netball was the thing that kind of gave me a life down here. I moved down and had, in COVID of all times, couldn't leave the house, couldn't make any friends. And then all of a sudden they were like, doors open, go socialise. And I was like, with who?
With me.
Rosie, I remember getting your text. So I signed up to the Play Netball site and I got a text of, hi, I'm Rosie, I'm the captain of Ravens netball team, and I was like, yes, I'd love to come join. And I was so nervous, but that is so much my story of, oh my God, get out there, join a team. It's so hard to make friends as a woman, and that social side of sport is so important.
And it really showed when we were out there in all that weather. We were doing that for you, Ali.
I know.
Right? We'd already got the dresses. We didn't need to turn up.
You didn't.
And we turned up for you. So I hope you realise the love.
I was very grateful. And I was trying to keep morale. I was like, come on, girls, just 1 more hour.
Yeah, it was a lot. But we got through it.
It was dreadful. And the 2 guys from Kit Locker who came down, their commitment to the cause as well. They drove down from Sheffield.
Yeah.
And their cameras were getting battered. They couldn't feel their fingers on the clickers.
No.
And
it was horrible. They had these umbrellas over the cameras and they were like going inside out. It was torrential rain. I cannot describe it anything other than a torrential rain.
And I was there with and they said, you ask the questions because obviously the team would be a bit more comfortable with me asking them. And I was like screaming over the wind, like, tell me what you love about the dress.
It was so bad. Oh, well,
why do women love sport?
And we're like, we don't know why right now. It's actually a really bad time to ask us that because we don't know why we're here.
So it's one of them moments that we will look back on and laugh, but in the moment.
Do you know when we'll laugh? It'll be when the footage comes out.
Yeah.
And we'll go, we look terrible. Like,
yeah. And then they were like, we can take some professional shots for you if you want. And we were like drowned rats, like, sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's finish it off with some hilarious moments.
Exactly.
But we now have great kits. So when we have our games, we got up following half term, game number 1 of the next mini bit of the season starts again. We've got one on Monday. We've got one on Wednesday. Who are we playing?
We are playing top of the league on Wednesday.
Pray for the bees.
Yeah, pray for the bees. To the point where other teams have decided to like forfeit whenever they've had a game because they've just felt they're going to get thrashed so badly.
That is shocking.
But they're an amazing team.
So
they've got
good.
like
Shout out to Aurora.
Yeah, they've got I think someone that used to play for the Pakistani national team on their team.
Damn.
And like
that's a good they are
insane.
Their shooting accuracy is magic.
Their defense
appears out of nowhere.
Yeah. So yeah, we're
looking forward to Wednesday, but at least we'll look great.
Yeah, Wednesday. But yeah, we will look good. That's the main thing.
That is the main thing.
So on Tuesday, we had a game last week. It's the first time we've played in the whole of 2026. And
this is the team that I'm not a part of.
Yeah.
Rosie cheats on me on a
This
Tuesday.
is Wolves. Anyway, obviously grassroots and Snepsel, there's no money. We're struggling in every kind of way, to the point where we don't even have 2 umpires on each court. So there's only there's got 3 umpires across 2 courts, and one of the umpires has gone on holiday. So they put a little WhatsApp message or Facebook message out to the crowd, and were like, "Does anyone fancy umpiring?" So I put my hat in the ring. I was like, well, otherwise the games might get cancelled. I was like, come on, let's just everyone chip in. If everyone did,
I wish I was there.
Yeah, not
to umpire, to watch you umpire.
Was so bad. At the NSL they have the umpires mic'd up,
which I really like because it does help. It helps.
You would not want me mic'd up being an umpire.
I would want you mic'd up.
It was so
I would bring the mic. I would like a live feed just straight to me.
Honestly, I was like, sorry. I missed it.
You don't like conflict. You can't.
I hate conflict.
You cannot do that.
I hate being particularly assertive with people. So to be an umpire and to have people eye roll,
need to have those skills.
And honestly, at the end, I had to go and apologise to the teams.
No, you can't do that as an
was
umpire.
so bad.
That's
the people-pleasing part of me inside was dying.
I think that I'd have loved to have seen that, but I couldn't do it. So well done to you. But you naturally, I'm not really a sassy kind of gal in terms of fighting back, but even I get a bit sassy with umpires sometimes.
Yeah, same.
It brings out a different side to me.
Yeah.
And it's only when... It's not very often. Most of the time, I have a bit of a joke. Like when I do something and I'm like, that was definitely contact. And I kind of make a joke with them.
You get your head down. If you get called too many times, you then
upset.
start feeling like, I'm rubbish at this.
It does affect me.
I
do get a bit like, why do I even play?
Yeah. So you let the umpires get in your head.
They do get in my head.
they're actually working for the opposition.
Yeah.
The opposition paid to get into Ali sets.
And it works well.
Yeah.
But I just wouldn't like feeling like everyone hates me, because
it's horrible.
Naturally, umpires, refs, you hate authority. You're telling me to stop and you're telling me I've done wrong.
Yeah,
naturally.
And I felt like that person.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
It was really tough.
Kudos to
the
you.
point where they've asked me to umpire again this week. Don't ask me why. They must be so thin on the ground.
Sorry, it took me a second to register.
Yeah,
you're doing it again.
Well, I haven't said yes.
I'll do it.
I've left them on red at the moment. So
it's a learning moment. It's probably, you're the therapist. It's probably good for you to get you to take that, get out the people pleasing.
God.
I think I'd be so bad to the point where someone would contest it and I go, oh, all right then.
That was me.
They'd be like, oh, I was 3 feet away. I was like, yeah, okay, you were.
Yeah, I called up Tanya. I said, Tanya, I think that was contact. And someone went, was it? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I looked at the other umpire and she was like, and I was like, yes, it was. Yes, it was. Like, just looking for some kind of like...
umpire my games. I could do with that negotiable...
Yeah, gentle reassurance of the other umpire's nods.
Sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
I will say, though, some umpires get, especially people who are learning, I really like them until they suddenly get a whistle in the hand and they change.
Yeah, they
become
change.
sick on power.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why...
Well, you totally didn't.
Yeah,
you got sick in a nauseous way.
Yeah. Yeah, and it does give me a newfound appreciation of umpiring, though, I have to admit.
I do appreciate it.
It's hard. It's hard to see everything all the time and to keep up with the game in terms of which centre it is. And, like, it's hard to do.
Yeah, I would struggle. And I think that I know my weaknesses.
Yeah.
I know my strengths, and my weaknesses are definitely attention to detail. Absolutely not. And I think I'm too... For example, when I was watching the games on Saturday, the Super Cup games, I noticed at points the umpires were watching other players, and my natural thing is to follow the ball, and they clearly clocked that. For example, I think it was in one of the semis, the wing defence got blown and the ball wasn't even near them, and then it went and they said like advance the ball.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I was like, I would never have even thought to look at them.
But they've got loads of officiants at the NSL.
Yeah, fair.
They've got so many like that are working to do that, and they've all got earpieces.
Yeah,
they've got more, like, we're talking grassroots netball where you've got one umpire on a court and they're me. That is just your worst case scenario.
Well, if you wanted to get away with stuff, it's probably your best case scenario.
Yeah.
Well,
run havoc.
Well, let's hope that we don't have any trainees on.
Yeah.
Although we do have on our Wednesdays, there is, I call her in my head the grandmother of netball. I don't know her name, but she is involved with training a lot of the umpires.
Scary.
She's terrifying. She
is terrifying. Yeah.
And I remember last week there was a new umpire, or the week before, she was training. She was very good, actually.
Yeah, and I went up to her at the end and said, "You've really come on," because she started in September.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, so she's been training all year. So yeah, I went up to her and said, "You've really come on. You're brilliant." Because I only did that because the person that was trying to help her, this woman,
Scary.
she was like, yeah, giving
She's
it some.
very like direct isn't even the word. I think there's a fine line between direct and
Abrasive.
yeah, and like, ugh. And I remember at the beginning of the game, obviously you all get your nails checked. And every umpire I've ever had kind of go around and we have a bit of a laugh with them and you show them your nails and you kind of go like, get whatever, show them, have a bit of a laugh. The new umpire, the young one, she checked them all and she was like, check your nails. And most of us kind of lined up. And then obviously there's someone who's always taking off the jacket. It's usually me. And the lady, don't remember her name, came over and she went, next time, get them to line up, check them all together. And I was like, that was our fault, not hers.
Yeah, it's also like, oh God, we're not at school.
Yeah, I do find that. Like, we are all grown
Yeah.
women. But yeah, so kudos to young umpire of the Maidenhead League.
Yeah,
whatever her
well
name
done,
is.
well done. Yeah, we loved you. We loved you. Keep at it.
On that note, it's Sunday night. Are we ready to go get some tea?
Yeah, some dinner for me.
Some dinner for you.
Yeah.
We have spoken for longer than 3 seconds.
I think it might have been longer than 3 seconds.
Well, good night, everybody.
Good night.
And, enjoy your week.
Bye.